Suddenly, 104 people faced pure terror. Garuda Indonesia Flight 152 began its final uncontrolled descent on September 26, 1997. This Airbus A300-B4200 left Jakarta at 1200 local time, bound for Medan. There were 104 souls on board, including 2 pilots, a flight engineer, 7 cabin crew members, and 94 passengers. The flight was a 2-hour and 5-minute journey over 632 nautical miles. At 1306, the crew received clearance for descent to 11,000 feet, but confusion mounted immediately. Air traffic control instructed a left turn to heading 240 for approach. However, a controller mistakenly addressed Garuda 152 as Merpati 255 because another Merpati Fokker 100 was also in the vicinity. This error, combined with a new flight path for runway 5 at Medan Airport, created intense confusion within the cockpit. The pilots thought they were turning left for a safe approach, but were actually turning directly towards Mount Sibalanet, a major land obstacle. The aircraft descended rapidly through 13,000 feet at 2,000 feet per minute. Air traffic control then cleared the flight for descent to 2,000 feet, a critical mistake given the high terrain directly ahead. Ground proximity warning system alerts blared terrain pull-up for 23 agonizing seconds. The pilots tried to climb, but too late to recover. The aircraft speed was an estimated 250 knots upon impact. At 1332 local time, the plane struck a forested ridge at an altitude of 1,765 feet above sea level. The crash occurred just 32 kilometers from Medan Airport. All 104 individuals aboard perished instantly. The plane had been in service for 14 years, accumulating over 45,000 flight hours and more than 16,000 landing cycles. Investigation reveals pilots were relying on an outdated airport approach chart, not showing the mountain. The cockpit voice recorder captured crew discussion about a left turn versus a right turn just before the final warnings. This severe miscommunication between pilots and air traffic control resulted in 104 fatalities. Rescue teams scrambled through the dense jungle for days to reach the remote crash site. The impact completely disintegrated the aircraft, scattering debris over a 1,500-meter radius. This tragic event highlighted the critical need for clear, unambiguous air traffic control communication, especially around complex terrain. It led to significant revisions in phraseology training and navigational data updates for pilots worldwide, preventing similar misunderstandings. Aviation authorities re-evaluated procedures for controllers and flight crew training to prevent future misinterpretations and ensure safety. The impact forces were immense, causing immediate disintegration of the entire aircraft structure. Black boxes were recovered after several days, providing crucial insights into the final moments before the ultimate impact, claiming all lives aboard. 104 lives vanished in terrifying moment. Garuda Indonesia Flight 152 faced an unimaginable and devastating catastrophe on September 26, 1997. This Airbus A300-B4200 departed Jakarta at 1200 local time, precisely heading for Medan. The journey was planned for 2 hours and 5 minutes, covering 632 nautical miles. On board were 2 pilots, a flight engineer, 7 cabin crew members, and 94 passengers, making a definitive total of 104 individuals. At 1306, the crew received clearance to descend to 11,000 feet. Confusion escalated quickly when air traffic control mistakenly addressed the aircraft as Merpati 255, as another Merpati Fokker 100 was also nearby. The controller then instructed a left turn to heading 2400 for an approach to runway 5 at Medan Airport. Pilots believed they were making a safe approach, but were actually turning directly towards Mount Sibalangit, a significant mountain. The aircraft descended rapidly through 13,000 feet at a rate of 2,000 feet per minute. A grave error occurred as air traffic control cleared the flight for descent to 2,000 feet, a critical decision given the high terrain directly ahead. The ground proximity warning system blared terrain pull-up for 23 agonizing seconds. The pilots attempted to climb, but it was too late to recover. The estimated speed upon impact was 250 knots. At 1332 local time, the plane struck a forested ridge at an altitude of 1,765 feet above sea level. The crash happened just 32 kilometers from Medan Airport. All 104 persons on board perished instantly. The Airbus had been in service for 14 years, accumulating over 45,000 flight hours and more than 16,000 landing cycles. The investigation revealed pilots were relying on an outdated airport approach chart which did not show the mountain. The cockpit voice recorder captured crew discussion about a left turn versus a right turn just before the final warnings. This severe miscommunication between pilots and air traffic control resulted in 104 fatalities. Rescue teams scrambled through the dense jungle for days to reach the remote crash site. The impact completely disintegrated the aircraft, scattering debris over a 1,500-meter radius. This tragic event highlighted the critical need for clear, unambiguous air traffic control communication, especially around complex terrain. It led to significant revisions in phraseology training and navigational data updates for pilots worldwide, preventing similar misunderstandings. Aviation authorities re-evaluated procedures for controllers and flight crew training to prevent future misinterpretations and ensure safety. The impact forces were immense, causing immediate disintegration of the entire aircraft structure. Black boxes were recovered after several days, providing crucial insights into the final moments before the ultimate impact, claiming all lives aboard. The very air itself was ripped apart. Garuda Indonesia Flight 152 became a name etched in deep tragedy on September 26, 1997. A horror for 104 souls. This Airbus A300 B4200 had taken off from Jakarta at 1200 local time, precisely heading for Medan. A journey planned for 2 hours and 5 minutes, over 632 nautical miles. 2 pilots, 1 flight engineer, 7 cabin crew members, and 94 passengers made up the total, 104 individuals. At 1306, the crew got clearance to descend to 11,000 feet. Confusion started very fast when air traffic control called the plane Merpati 255 because another Merpati Fokker 100 was nearby. The controller then told them to turn left to heading 240 for an approach to runway 5 at Medan Airport. Pilots thought they were making a safe approach, but they were actually turning right towards Mount Sibalangit, a very big mountain. The aircraft dropped fast through 13,000 feet at a rate of 2,000 feet every minute. A truly huge mistake happened when air traffic control cleared the flight for descent to 2,000 feet. A terrible decision with high ground directly ahead. The ground proximity warning system screamed terrain pull-up for 23 awful seconds. The pilots tried to climb, but it was too late to recover. The speed upon impact was an estimated 250 knots. At 1332 local time, the plane hit a forested ridge at 1,765 feet above sea level. The crash happened just 32 kilometers from Medan Airport. All 104 people on board died right away. This Airbus had been flying for 14 years with over 45,000 flight hours and more than 16,000 landing cycles. The investigation showed pilots were using an old airport approach chart that did not show the mountain. The cockpit voice recorder caught crew talk about a left turn versus a right turn just before the final warnings. This severe mix-up between pilots and air traffic control led to 104 deaths. Rescue teams fought through dense jungle for many days to reach the very far crash site. The impact completely broke the aircraft into pieces, scattering stuff over a 1,500-meter circle. This terrible event showed the big need for clear, exact air traffic control talk, especially near tough mountains. It made big changes in how controllers spoke and how pilots were trained. Navigational map updates for pilots all over the world stopped similar mistakes. Aviation experts looked again at rules for controllers and pilot training to stop future mix-ups and keep everyone safe. The impact forces were massive, causing instant breakup of the entire plane. Black boxes were found after many days, giving crucial key details about the last moments before the final impact, which took all lives.